Listen closely, because if you've ever wondered how to recognize the subtle signals of blossoming romance, there are definite signs that go beyond mere words. It's not always about what someone says. Instead, it's often about the way they act, the gestures they make, and the tone they use when they speak to you. Once you learn to notice these cues, you'll understand someone's true intentions with startling clarity. This knowledge can change how you perceive every interaction, helping you grasp the unmistakable indicators of genuine affection and deep interest. So stay with me, because together, we're about to uncover the key elements that transform casual encounters into heartfelt connections. When it comes to matters of the heart, we often look for concrete confirmation, an unmistakable sign that tells us, beyond the shadow of a doubt, someone cares. But words can be rehearsed. Actions, on the other hand, tend to reveal the truth. You might hear someone say, "I like you," but it's the subtle body language, the lingering glances, and those barely noticeable moments of vulnerability that truly communicate how they feel. By paying close attention to these cues, you'll never be left second-guessing someone's emotions again. You'll see through the confusion and discover the depth of what they experience whenever they're around you. All too often, people dismiss these gentle indicators as coincidence or politeness. But if you look deeper, if you tune into the small physical or emotional shifts, you'll unlock a clearer understanding of what romance really looks like. Are you ready to see what's been hiding in plain sight? Let's dive in and explore the signs that reveal true attraction, affection, and emotional connection. She locks eyes with you in a way that feels more meaningful than words can convey. Eye contact may seem like a simple gesture, but it's one of the most powerful indicators of romantic interest. When someone is deeply drawn to you, they won't just glance in your direction. They'll allow their gaze to linger, showing they're fully present in the moment. This kind of eye contact creates an intimate space where unspoken emotions can flourish, a silent agreement that you are each other's focus, if only for a moment. This form of sustained gaze isn't simply politeness. It's an intrinsic part of human connection, reflecting trust and curiosity. If she's comfortable maintaining this moment of vulnerability, it suggests an openness toward forming a bond with you. There's something magnetic about eyes meeting in this way. It reveals an invitation to move past casual pleasantries and step into a more authentic exchange. Every second that passes feels charged with potential, building a link that transcends the need for small talk. So, when you notice she holds her eyes on you longer than necessary, take it as a sign. She's signaling that you've captivated her attention. If you reciprocate the gaze with confidence and genuine warmth, you'll strengthen that unspoken tie. In doing so, you say without words, "I see you, and I'm here for this moment." From there, a deeper connection can blossom, building a shared sense of comfort that lies at the core of lasting affection. When someone is romantically drawn to you, their body language begins to tell the story before their words catch up. Notice how she positions herself in your presence. If she angles her body toward you, leans in when you're talking, or subtly mirrors your posture, she's demonstrating an openness that goes beyond casual friendliness. These small, almost unconscious gestures reveal comfort and curiosity. She's telling you, through each shift in movement, that she's emotionally available and eager to create a mutual rapport. Many overlook these subtle signals because they're not always obvious. You might think she's merely adjusting her seat or turning to hear you better. But the truth is that our bodies instinctively reflect our inner desires. When she scoots a little closer or uncrosses her arms to better engage with you, it's a clear sign that she's letting her guard down. This is particularly true if her relaxed posture is coupled with genuine smiles and an inviting demeanor. So pay attention to how close she sits and whether she attempts to eliminate barriers between you, like moving objects out of the way or adjusting her position so you have a direct line of sight. If you see these signs, respond in kind. Lean in, face her openly, and offer your own warmth. By mirroring her openness, you reinforce the bond that's forming. The result is a mutual comfort that often marks the beginning of a more profound emotional connection. Laughter is one of the most direct pathways to emotional intimacy. If she laughs easily at your jokes, even the ones you don't find particularly clever, take note. Her reaction to your sense of humor is a strong indication of her interest in you. Laughter can forge a safe space where both people feel they can drop their defenses. When you make her laugh and she responds with genuine delight, it's a sign that she wants to be closer and explore the spark she feels when she's with you. Moreover, laughter signals comfort and shared enjoyment. It's more than just amusement. It's a glimpse into her emotional state. When she's relaxed enough to laugh freely, it suggests she finds security in your presence, a crucial element for forming deeper affection. This response also highlights that she values your company. If the sound of your voice or the quirks of your personality can spark a grin or giggle, you're likely on the right track toward a meaningful connection. As you notice her easy laughter, strive to reciprocate by staying authentic. You don't have to be a professional comic to maintain her interest. Simply let your true personality shine. In the end, consistent laughter can turn into a special bond, a shared language of lightheartedness. When that happens, you'll realize it's not just about being funny. It's about establishing a zone where both of you can be yourselves, letting romance emerge organically through the joyful moments you create together. Physical touch is one of the earliest forms of human communication, and it remains a powerful way to express attraction. When she's feeling drawn to you, you might notice her lightly brushing your arm, letting her hand linger when handing you an object, or sitting close enough that you occasionally bump shoulders. These small touches may seem incidental, but they carry a clear message. She's comfortable with you on a deeper level and wants to test the boundaries of closeness. Casual touch, in many ways, is a bridge. It offers a way to move from casual conversation into something more meaningful. When she allows herself to touch you, even lightly, she's offering a moment of vulnerability and trust. These instances can signal the beginning of a stronger bond, an unspoken agreement that a physical closeness is welcome and encouraged. Far from being random gestures, such touches are a gateway to deeper connection. Keep in mind, the most important thing is to respect her boundaries and respond thoughtfully. If you sense she's reaching out physically, a gentle touch of your own can reassure her that you share the feeling. A simple, respectful gesture, like placing your hand lightly on hers during conversation, can reciprocate the warmth and amplify the intimacy she's seeking. In this way, touch becomes a sweet language of its own, communicating what words often fail to capture. When a person is intrigued by you on a deeper level, surface-level chats won't suffice. She might start asking more personal and thoughtful questions about your life experiences, your goals, or your childhood memories. These inquiries go beyond casual chit-chat. They reflect a curiosity that arises from wanting to know who you really are. A willingness to explore your inner world can be a big indicator that she's not just passing time. She's invested in understanding your essence. It's crucial to notice the nature of her questions. If she consistently steers a conversation toward topics that allow you to open up, she's offering you an emotional runway. She's showing genuine interest and creating an environment where vulnerability can surface. This willingness to engage in deeper dialogue is a valuable foundation for a possible relationship, paving the way to build trust, respect, and mutual admiration. When you see this behavior, meet her halfway. Open up about your passions, your challenges, and even the little details that have shaped you into who you are. Doing so not only validates her curiosity, but also strengthens the emotional tie. By sharing honestly, you signal that you value the deepening bond and trust her enough to reveal more layers of yourself. Such moments can transform casual acquaintances into partners who truly understand and appreciate each other. Often, when someone wants to feel confident around the person they're drawn to, they'll fuss with their appearance. You might catch her adjusting her hair, smoothing her clothing, or sneaking a quick look at her reflection in a nearby surface. While these may seem like inconsequential movements, they signal that she's aware of your presence and cares about the impression she's making. It's a subtle shift from a normal, relaxed state to one of heightened self-awareness. This extra care isn't rooted in vanity. Rather, it's a physical manifestation of her desire to present herself favorably in your eyes. The thought process is simple, even if it's mostly subconscious. If I look my best, maybe he'll notice the effort. These sweet, sometimes nervous gestures are all part of the dance of attraction, serving as evidence that she values your opinion. If you pay close attention, you'll see these hints pile up, each one reflecting her anticipation for your reaction. When you notice this behavior, the best response is a warm, genuine compliment. By recognizing the effort she's made, like a new hairstyle or a carefully chosen outfit, you encourage her and show that you value her presence as well. Keep it tasteful and sincere, focusing on something that feels personal rather than just a generic remark. A genuine compliment can boost her confidence and forge a more playful, inviting atmosphere where both of you feel comfortable letting the spark grow. Sometimes, attraction can be so intense that it creates a bit of nervous energy. Even the most poised, self-assured individual might suddenly start fidgeting, stumbling over words, or avoiding direct eye contact in fleeting moments. If she becomes more animated in your presence, tapping her feet, playing with her jewelry, or repositioning her hands, it often reflects the internal excitement she feels when you're around. This nervousness isn't a bad thing. On the contrary, it's a potent sign that her emotions are stirred by your presence. Her heart might beat a little faster. Her thoughts might trip over themselves, and she might be hyper-conscious of everything she's doing. These changes happen when someone cares deeply about the impression they're making. In many ways, it's a compliment, an unspoken way of saying, "You matter enough to make me a little uneasy." Your role here is to help ease that tension, so it can transform into a comfortable closeness. By being calm, relaxed, and considerate, you communicate safety and acceptance. A warm smile or a steady voice can go a long way toward comforting someone who feels nervous. Once the initial jitters subside, the path is often clear for genuine sharing and tender moments. The shift from nervousness to familiarity can be one of the sweetest transitions in the unfolding of a romantic bond. One of the clearest indications of genuine interest is the consistent effort to be near you. If you find her showing up at events you're attending, lingering when everyone else leaves, or striking up conversations that give her more time with you, take note. Seeking proximity is a primal expression of attraction. It's not always overt. She might not say, "I want to be around you." Instead, she'll find casual or spontaneous ways to cross your path, letting fate and opportunity play a role in bridging the gap. This desire to be near you isn't just about physical closeness. It also indicates her yearning to create shared experiences and memories. Each small interaction becomes a building block in your budding connection. Even short encounters can be significant when someone goes out of their way to make them happen. It's in these moments that deeper feelings often emerge, as both of you start noticing you keep ending up in the same space for longer and longer intervals. When you realize she's seeking more face-to-face moments, encourage it by showing enthusiasm. Greet her warmly, engage in thoughtful conversation, or share a small detail about yourself that invites a natural follow-up. The more receptive you are to her presence, the more comfortable she'll feel. Over time, these intentionally crafted overlaps can blossom into genuine closeness, fueled by anticipation and the simple pleasure of togetherness. Another telling sign of emotional investment is how she reacts when you're not around. Does she check in with you via text or social media? Does she ask mutual friends about your well-being or mention she's been thinking about something you said? If you notice she's extending her interest into times when you're physically apart, it's a sure indication she's not just interested in fleeting moments. She wants a piece of you in her day-to-day life. This kind of outreach represents an emotional tether. It means that even in your absence, you occupy a space in her thoughts. She might share articles related to topics you've discussed, send memes that remind her of your jokes, or recall a detail you mentioned in conversation. Each of these efforts underscores a genuine longing to stay connected and a hope that you feel the same. Essentially, she's testing the waters to see if your interest matches hers. Respond by acknowledging her messages or gestures, validating that you appreciate her thoughtfulness. Communicate that you also think about her, whether you're sharing a song you believe she'll enjoy or briefly updating her on an interesting event in your day. By engaging in these small acts of consideration, you build a bridge that spans a gap of physical distance, fueling a sense of closeness that persists even when you're not face to face. Pay attention to how she responds when you share good or bad news. If she's truly invested in your emotional world, she'll celebrate your triumphs with genuine excitement and support you through your challenges without hesitation. This emotional involvement goes beyond politeness. It suggests she's taking your life events to heart and truly rooting for your well-being. There's a distinct difference between someone who says, "Congrats," and moves on, and someone who rejoices with you as if your success were her own. This shared emotional space can be one of the most powerful connectors in a blossoming relationship. When someone empathizes with your struggles and joins in your happiness, it creates a sense of partnership that extends beyond casual interaction. It's a form of emotional investment that implies a willingness to witness and contribute to your growth and fulfillment. Essentially, she's indicating, "I'm here for you no matter what," which is a strong foundation for genuine affection. If you feel this kind of support, reciprocate. Show her that you also care about her experiences, whether that means listening intently when she shares her troubles or genuinely praising her achievements. Emotional reciprocity cements a bond, paving the way for a deeper connection that feels nourishing for both parties. Over time, these heartfelt exchanges create a sense of security, making each of you feel treasured, understood, and essential in the other's life. Notice if she remembers small details you've shared in passing, like your favorite coffee order or a childhood story that shaped you. When someone stores these pieces of information and later brings them up, it indicates genuine care. She's not just hearing your words, she's absorbing them, finding ways to connect your preferences and stories to future conversations or thoughtful gestures. This attentive focus on the little things is a strong sign that she's building an emotional framework around who you are. This attention to detail often goes hand in hand with thoughtful acts of kindness. Maybe she surprises you with your go-to snack or references a casual memory you mentioned long ago. Such gestures are her way of saying, "I've been paying attention because you matter." Small acts like these can be more significant than grand declarations of affection. They're rooted in daily life, merging care and consistency in a way that resonates on a deeper, more intimate level. Let her know you see and value these thoughtful touches. Acknowledge the effort she made to remember or incorporate details about you. Often, relationships are strengthened by these seemingly minor acts of consideration because they demonstrate mutual respect and attentiveness. Over time, this mutual focus on details can help both of you feel closer, more valued, and genuinely seen. Confidentiality can be a window into how much she trusts you. If she starts sharing private stories or asking for your advice on personal dilemmas, it's likely she views you as someone safe and trustworthy. Opening up in this way is a leap of faith, exposing vulnerabilities that most people guard closely. When she shares this confidential world with you, she's effectively letting you know that she values your perspective and feels comfortable enough to place her secrets in your hands. This level of openness indicates a genuine invitation to move beyond superficial exchanges. She wants to connect on an emotional level that's not available to the casual observer. In essence, she's inviting you into her inner circle, a space usually reserved for those she deeply respects or feels drawn toward. Trust forms the bedrock of any lasting relationship, and this kind of disclosure signals that trust is already taking root. Honor this trust by listening empathetically and offering sincere, balanced responses. Resist the urge to judge or dismiss her feelings. Instead, create a supportive environment where she feels heard and validated. Over time, the trust you build in these moments can deepen the bond considerably, fostering an emotional foundation that goes hand in hand with romance and lasting commitment. Actions speak louder than words, especially in romantic contexts. If she's willing to make sacrifices, Whether it's rescheduling her day to meet you or helping you with something tedious she could have easily avoided, you can be sure her feelings are more than passing infatuation. Helping you fix a small problem or showing up just when you need a boost might seem trivial on the surface, but these acts speak volumes about her priorities. Such actions might include driving out of her way to pick you up, cooking you a meal when you're stressed, or offering guidance when you face a difficult choice. Each measure of effort shows she's investing her time and resources in your well-being, and that investment signals a deeper desire to integrate her life with yours. In love and relationships, where time and energy are precious, making space for someone is a clear sign of deeper emotional involvement. Acknowledge these gestures gratefully. Return the kindness when possible, even if it's in smaller ways, to demonstrate that you also care about her comfort and happiness. Mutual giving strengthens relational bonds, creating a shared sense of belonging. Over time, this cycle of caring gestures forms the backbone of trust and mutual respect, ingredients that are crucial for any relationship that aims to stand the test of time. It's one thing to talk and laugh in a comfortable setting, and another to keep that connection alive when misunderstandings arise. If she's willing to patiently resolve issues, hear your perspective, and collaborate on finding common ground, it indicates she's in it for the long haul. Conflict resolution is a critical component of any serious bond, revealing whether two people can navigate challenges without damaging the foundation of their connection. When she remains calm and constructive during disagreements, or reaches out first to clarify concerns, it's a sign of her maturity and commitment. She's effectively saying, "This matters enough for me to work through any tension." That attitude shows a level of investment that goes beyond the surface. Love isn't merely about harmony. It's also about how partners handle discord. If she's showing patience and a desire to understand, you're likely dealing with someone who's open to building a robust and lasting relationship. Take this opportunity to match her effort. Approach conflicts with empathy, aiming to hear her viewpoint before defending your own. Overcoming challenges together can actually deepen your emotional bond. Each obstacle you conquer as a team brings you closer, proving you can weather the storms of life while keeping the emotional connection intact. This mutual resilience is at the heart of real partnership, signaling that your closeness can withstand life's inevitable twists and turns. Finally, observe whether her overall demeanor brightens when she's with you. Does she light up, become more animated, or noticeably relax the moment you enter the room? Genuine affection often manifests in positive energy. It's in the sparkle in her eyes, the small grin that appears without warning, and the subtle shift in her posture that suggests contentment. These small but telling changes reflect the emotional space she occupies when she's by your side. Emotional shifts like these don't happen by accident. They're an authentic response to feeling understood, admired, and safe. If her entire vibe becomes more optimistic, it's likely because she senses a powerful and joyful connection in your presence. In essence, you're providing an emotional sanctuary, a place where day-to-day stresses can momentarily recede, allowing her to enjoy the warmth of the moment. When you notice the spark, encourage it with your own positivity and attentiveness. Compliment her smile, laugh with her about something humorous, or simply enjoy the shared peace of a quiet minute together. When you notice the spark, encourage it with your own positivity and attentiveness. Compliment her smile, laugh with her about something humorous, or simply enjoy the shared peace of a quiet minute together. The more you cherish this uplifting influence you have on each other, the more naturally those feelings of affection will continue to grow. Mutual happiness is a potent glue that can bind two hearts, forging a relationship built on laughter, support, and genuine care. So, if you've been questioning whether she feels a deeper pull toward you, consider these signs. They may appear in small, fleeting moments, a lingering glance, a gentle laugh, or a thoughtful question. But collectively, they paint a vivid picture of someone who's drawn to you beyond casual interest. Romance often thrives on these subtleties, growing bit by bit until it blossoms into a connection that transcends everyday life. Remember, real attraction goes beyond physical desire or polite conversation. It's in the desire to know someone's mind, to be near them without pretense, and to share in their joys and sorrows. Each clue you pick up on contributes to a tapestry of understanding that can guide you in nurturing a tender, lasting bond. And while these gestures can reveal a lot, the best path forward is always genuine communication. Staying honest, sharing your feelings, and remaining open to hearing hers. By recognizing these powerful yet often overlooked signals, you equip yourself with the insight to foster deeper affection. You discover what it means to build connections that run below the surface. Connections fueled by trust, empathy, and shared experiences. Ultimately, the most beautiful relationships bloom in the space where two people feel safe enough to be themselves and brave enough to reach out in love. Let these signs guide you there, and embrace the growth that follows, one heartfelt interaction at a time.